Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Piece of Pat Paints. It's Thursday morning. Yep, Thursday morning in the month of August. That's right. We're here live. It's 10 o'clock my time. I don't know what time it is your time. Let's go ahead and turn on some music early. That way I don't forget, because I always forget. So, if you're not familiar with what I do, I paint things. It just depends on what we're painting. Sometimes it's some things, sometimes it's others. I never know what it's going to be, really. Well, I mean, okay, I take that back. I know what it's going to be, kind of. So, like, I know what we're painting today, because we've been painting the same thing for, like, this is our 14th episode on Ranni. So, that's exciting. Get myself set up here. Good morning, Sir McBeardsley. Oh, I left that white in the other room. I bought the new white. I'll be right back. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Oh, I ran into something. Oh, that hurt. Oh. These dog gates so that my dog, like, while we're not here, doesn't. Oh my god, that hurt. Get into the rooms, the bedrooms. We're having a fun day today. We're already batting 1,000. So anyway, I put these dog gates in because my dog, she likes to tear up stuffed animals, and you know, I have kids, and I did not swear at it. It doesn't do any good to swear at it. It's just gonna get you again. It doesn't care. It doesn't listen. It's not like the cars. The cars listen when you swear at them. That's real. Anyway, I got us some new white. Yay, titanium white. And I switched over to a golden titanium white. We were using Winsor and Newton before, but I switched over to golden. I love their product, so I'm excited to have this. It's gonna be great. We'll be taking a look at that today as well. Let's see. Change out this water real quick. But yeah, makes you feel better. Yeah, I bet it. Yeah, sometimes screaming at it does make you feel a whole lot better about it. So that's real. That's a real thing. All right. Always keep like lots of water running around here in different various places and forms for different things. You never know what you're gonna need and when you're gonna need it, or how much of it you're gonna need. All right, so I think we're about ready to go. We can finally throw away this old guy right here. Like, we use this guy up good. Listen, like that's in there. Okay. I'm trying to zen myself out. I had to take my car into the shop this morning, and like that didn't get done until like way later than I was hoping. The tow truck took a while to get here. But anyway, they're gonna fix the water pump on the van, and that's you know, can't complain about that. It's all gonna get taken care of. Good deal. Everything's gonna be fine. And we made it back in time to get on the show, so you can't you really can't complain too much. Oh, let's go ahead and shrink me down and we'll get rocking and rolling. Oh, we're looking right down at our candles today. I'll pull myself over. And yes, I do drink static in a can. For those of you who have never had a sparkling water, flavored sparkling water, it is a lot like drinking fruit flavored TV static. It's kind of fun. I like it. I think it's refreshing. I quit drinking soda pop many years ago so that I could drink these. I still like crave the fizz, but I've gotten to where I don't need the sugar and stuff. So as long as it's got like some flavor and some fizz in it, I'm a happy guy. Oh wow, yeah, that's so much creamier. All right. Oh, that's exciting. That's exciting. That's fun. Okay. All right. Where are you at, Mr. 3? Come here. Come here. My hands might be a little shaky. I was not obeying the laws of the road driving down from dropping off Kristen today. I violated some traffic violations. Some moving violations. They're bad. But I got here, and we're here. It's good. It wasn't that bad. I was only doing I wasn't doing nearly. I was not the fastest guy on the road. I got passed several times, and I was like, man, I'm going pretty fast for this road right now because it's like under construction too. It wouldn't hardly anybody on it, but that's not the point. It's still under construction. You know, they're working on it, so you should be, you know, paying more attention. But like I was getting people just blowing past me. It's like, wow, where's the fire chief? Oh, we got to go to a fun art store yesterday. That's where we got the titanium white. For those of you who live in Oklahoma City, if you're looking for a great place to go pick up stuff locally, it's called Porch Art Supply. Some of you might be familiar with that. They've been around for a long time. I've been in there several times myself. And Kristen wanted to I needed to go get some white anyway. And Kristen was kind of wanting to go look at some art stuff too. Because she's, you know, she colors and does inking and stuff like that. So we wanted to go. I definitely wanted to get in there and let her take a look around and see what she thought of that place, because that place is pretty neat. All right, so just coming back with this Payne's Gray. We're gonna get the insides of this done. I'm setting it inside this cape because it really kind of helps hold the thing, so I don't have to pinch it with my fingers. Your fingers will just get fatigued, and if you do it for too long, you can cause some damage. So you got to be kind of careful with it. I've expressed that I also drink sparkling water sometimes, but I drink the Liquid Death. Yeah. I've had those. They've got some interesting flavors. I like their cans are. I think they're like bigger. I think they're like 16 ounce versus these 12 ounce. But like the thing I've like every time I go looking for them, everybody's bought out the good flavors, and like the flavors left are like, man, I don't really want to drink that. Like watermelon and chili. I'm like, can I just have the watermelon? No, somebody drank all the watermelon. It's gone. I'm like, But occasionally somebody will bring me one, and I'm like, hell yeah, that's good. I really like the Polars too. The Polar makes a good one, if you've ever had theirs. But anyway, so yeah, that's that. Oh, like this is my first cup of coffee of the day, and it's full. Like I haven't even. You know, it's been sitting there for a while because it's not hot anymore. I thought it was hot. I'm fine. Yeah, it was a mission getting that stuff done this morning. Everything ready and out the door. We're waiting on them to give us a ring-a-ding-ding. I'm pretty sure it's the water pump. I've messed around with enough cars to kind of be like, okay, it's this or that. You know, the lady at the shop, she's trying to prepare you for the worst. So she's like, well, you know, it could be a head gasket. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, yeah, it could be, but I think it's probably the water pump. Seeing as, you know, when I opened up the hood to see what was going on, the water pump was covered in antifreeze. I'm feeling like it's probably the water pump. What do I know? I was a chef and now I'm an artist, so I guess that's why I leave that stuff up to them. They've been acting crazy for a while, squealing and then as soon as it popped, all the weird sounds that it was making stopped. So, like, I feel like it's the water pump. I understand those. You gotta, like, if you're running the front office, you gotta prep people, because, you know, some people just get irately angry. You're like, okay, well, okay, so do you want to pay the $2,000 here, sir, or do you want to go and buy a new car for 12? Because I've been looking at cars lately, and if you want to, like, even a used car, you're of something that's not too old. You know, I'm talking about almost 10-year-old vehicles. You're talking about $12,000, $12,000, unless it's just a fucking beater. Oof. Okay, ooh, I'm good. I'm past the, oh no, why am I worried about getting demonetized? We don't have enough people watch the show to get demonetized yet. We're almost there. Keep going, those. Get those subs in. I need subscribers so that we can get YouTube to pay for my art supplies. That's definitely become my favorite joke, Shy. Getting YouTube to pay for my art supplies. I think I'm gonna change this banner. I swear to God, I'm gonna change the banner to say help me get supporters, so that YouTube will pay for my art supplies. That's funny. Maybe it's only funny to me though. I don't know. I think it's hysterical. I kind of like the idea of painting here with other people. Is why I do this mainly. And I know I know we always have people watching, so it's kind of I don't know. I've always kind of enjoyed painting together with friends. We used to have like paint parties and stuff like that, and I miss that. And if you're getting into painting and you're having trouble like finding motivation, it really is sometimes it just pays to go and paint with friends. They have a newer flavor that's really nice. It's called Squeezed to Death. Citrus mix, nice. Yeah, see, like there's a couple of them that have been like you can't get them. Like I would love the grapefruit one, but you can't find it sometimes because it's like it's out. Every time I've gone to look for it, it was out. I was like, ah. Unless I want to buy a case of it, and I don't know if I'm gonna like it enough to buy a case of it. And it's like, man. I'll have to start looking for it more. Seems weird that they would call it liquid death when there's not really anything in it. It's just flavored water. You'd think liquid death would have something in it, like it sounds like an alcohol. Probably trying to market it to the how I sheepdog in my head crowd. Keep an eye out. I can find them often these enough around here. Their marketing is so good. Yeah, no, I don't want, bro, commercials? I'll watch commercials, man. There's a skip button for a reason. I don't watch commercials. And I don't watch regular TV, so I'll catch it on Hulu or something, man. Commercials, yeah, no. God, I don't even know. Wow, I don't even know when the last time I watched like I sat down and watched regular TV. Hey, no problem. It's Hikari's back. Sorry, last couple weeks. Hey, you have to listen. Real life just come at you fast. You got to do what you got to do, girl. It don't matter to me, G. I'm glad to hear you're okay. Nice to see you. We haven't seen Rasmus in a couple days either. It's that time of year where like everything's busy, you know. Advertisement is worth it. No, I don't know, man. I don't know if there's any advertisement that's worth it. Advertisements are kind of the devil. The devil, Bobby Boucher. There we go. That deeper blue in there. Hold still. Alright. Okay. And Hikari hasn't seen all of this then. She's looking really nice. And I love her little feet. The rope feet are just amazing. All the other pictures that she doesn't have them. She has like regular like doll's feet. I absolutely love these rope feet. I'm obsessed with them. Not gonna lie. I think they're amazing. There's a great little artistic flair, which is why I really the hat has those crystals in it, and I really think we're just gonna play them up as crystals. Actually says Liquid's death hats are really funny. Style King. Umber being a metal band. What metal band was he in? I can see a bunch of... Yeah, that makes sense. Marketing Liquid Death. It's sparkling water to a bunch of metal heads. Oh my gosh. That's hysterical. I didn't know it was a metal guy. You should hydrate. You see, what was that show? Metalocalypse. Doing something like that. That show is so goofy. If you've ever seen it. Oh, here we go. Get to try this titanium white. Oh my gosh. It's just a completely different type of paint there. You just have a whole different body to it. Oh wow, very nice. Okay, stop obsessing about the paint pat. Oh my goodness, it just goes on so much better. Yeah, I think I'm gonna slowly start converting all of my paints over to golden. At least all my heavy body acrylics. They're so good. We'll just keep working this up until we get it up to the... We'll bring the whites to the very top like we do everything else. And just remember, it's all about your layers and extending the colors down to the right places. It's such a difference in this paint and the other one. I don't. It's hard to. You can't. You definitely can't see something like that. So it's just. It has to be just. It has to be said that the golden. I mean, I'm going to give Winsor some props on some of it because it was a little older tube and it lasted for a while. But even when it was new, it wasn't as smooth as this golden is. Stuff's just smoother. Completed the Elden Ring DLC. Congratulations, Hikari. 1,000 hours of playtime? Holy Moses. I don't think I have 1,000 hours of playtime in anything. Well, maybe Minecraft. Oh wait, I take that back. If it's role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons, tabletop games, I have well over thousands of hours. But no, I think video games. Holy moly, maybe Civilization, because I played a lot of Civilization when I was younger. And wow, that's a lot of game time. Oh, you got your money's worth. Salute. Heck yeah. That's awesome when you can find something you enjoy that much. Let's see. Not finding what Batty is, but he grew up in the hardcore metal punk scene. This is about the guy from that owns Liquid Death. Hardcore punk metal scene. The name was funny to him. They use aluminum cans because they're easily and endlessly recyclable. Yeah. 3K hours on my RuneScape account. Golly, I didn't get into RuneScape. I think I was kind of too old for it by the time it was like out and getting really popular. I was busy working. No, we played what was our game? We played the Dungeons and Dragons, and then like my video game stuff. You're talking like we played a lot of Zelda, the original Zelda, the gold cartridge. We played a lot of Super Mario Brothers, Metroid, Contra. I might have 1,000 hours playing Contra. Me and my friend Ben Patnode played Contra. Oh my gosh, Contra. It was so much. We played that game so many times. We beat it. It was so hard. That game is so hard. Even if you get like the crazy Konami code up thing in the beginning and stuff, it's still not an easy game to win. And then my biggest claim to fame was I beat Battletoads. I never could beat Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I couldn't get that dang thing in the. You gotta swim and all the electrical plants. It was so crazy. I can't remember what you were trying to find. It was like I don't know, some MacGuffin you were trying to find. It's supposed to be like one of the hardest things in video game, and it was. It legitimately was like almost impossible. I played the cursed Atari ET game that like if you went the wrong way at the beginning of the game, the game was over. You fell down a pit, the game was over. So weird. We didn't play very much of it because it was stupid. Got mad at it. But like I remember Pitfall, like on Atari. Like my friends had Ataris, Commodore 64s, Intellivision. A friend of mine had like a friend in overseas that would get him bootleg, or not bootleg, but I guess it was just because it would had all the Japanese writing on it, the Japanese versions of games. And so like we got to see some of the Final Fantasy stuff before it got mainstream here. Things like that. It was really neat. It's one of the cool parts about growing up in an Air Force area, Oklahoma City and Midwest City, are Air Force support towns, kind of. It's like there's a big base out here. That's common knowledge, so I'm not revealing any kind of weird military secrets or anything. And they, you know, somebody always had a dad who, you know, flew for the Air Force or something, and they brought things back from overseas, so we got to see some really cool stuff. And back in like the 80s, like that was how you saw new things from overseas, because you couldn't just get on YouTube and like watch people doing stuff in China or doing stuff in Germany or Japan or Australia. You had to see it a different way. It was wild, man. Wild. Let's see. I love playing in Dungeons and Dragons. I am the only good DM. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna start a club. You, me, and Mick Beardsley. We're all the forever DMs. RuneScape was the jam. Still is. Yeah, I don't know that I ever played. Maybe I played it like a little bit. I don't know. I don't remember. I feel like I've seen it enough to where it's that weird mixed memory, you know. Let's see. Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time was probably first game you ever played. Nice, love it. That's Mick Beardsley. Couldn't even read. Play the first level, get to the boss. Queen Goma, cry, turn the game off, and start over. That's funny. That's good times. But I played it all. We also had a NES and SNES, Sega Genesis. So I'll see, like, so even before the Nintendo, like, there were video game systems. Like, my dad had a version of like the Pong, like that you plugged into the back of the TV, and it was the two controllers with the knobs on them. So like there's games out there that nobody talks about that are like these precursor games, like before Nintendo was even a thing. It's so crazy to look back, and like we had this thing called Intellivision, and it was weird. It was a weird system. I felt like maybe the games were like mostly educational. It was really wild. Oh, Monster Hunter games. I've never played Monster Hunter. Right now, the video games I play are Fallout 76 and Minecraft. I play Minecraft with my kids all the time. They love playing. We just started a new world not too long ago that I'm building a giant castle in. Yeah, man, there's some, like, people, it's wild to have lived it, and then to see the things that don't get talked about anymore is the craziest part of the whole deal. Because it's like, wait a minute, I remember this being a thing, and it's just because it never really took off the way that it did, like in your local little area. Because that's like in the 80s, you know, we were all local. Same thing in like the 70s. Like it was what was ever taking off with the people around your area. Because if you went down to, you know, Houston, it might be a little bit different what they were experiencing and what they were into down there. And I remember when the internet finally kind of got birthed and things started changing. And it's crazy watching it now, how fast stuff gets spread around. And it just didn't happen like that when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like by the time by the time we heard the Beastie Boys, they were already super popular all in most of the major cities. You know what I mean? Like it was weird. They were already really well known, and we didn't know anything about them. But now, like you start up a band, and heck, you're almost known before you get a record deal, because you get on the internet and you start getting a following on your YouTubes or your Twitch streams or whatever you're doing, Facebooks, whatever. Facebooks with plural. I'm starting to sound like an old man. Uh, and back then it wasn't like that, man. You had to really, you had to pray a music exec was at your show. Let's see, rabbit hole of games. Yep. Minecraft with buds, building wizard towers on a floating island. Hey, that's fun. Favorite base type. So yeah, we play this weird version of Minecraft. Hard blackstone bricks, polished andesite, dorite, gold block, lapis lazuli, all that's good stuff. Yeah, man, Minecraft's onto something. It's why they're still one of the champs of the gaming industry. To this, like it's the same game. I'm playing the same game for decades now. It seems like. Yeah, we play this survival mode thing where I made my children sign a peace treaty so that there's like rules, societal rules as to how you have to behave, because I have, my kids can get a little crazy. So I had to instill some rules so we weren't stealing from each other and causing problems while we were playing with Dad, because it was stressing Dad out. I'm trying to build stuff and y'all are over there trying to have a battle. And you're tearing up my house. It's pretty funny. And like my kids now, they make their friends sign the treaty when they come over here if they play. They're like, oh, wait a minute, hey, no, before we play you have to read this and sign it. And they're like, what? My kids are like, hey, then this is the rules. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I just know that this is how we play over here. We always end up building an arena so that they can go deathmatch each other, because that's the only way they get to do PvP is at the arena. I gotta get working on that next. I've got my outline for my castle done, and it's huge. I think my castle base takes up a whole chunk or something like that. It's massive. And I think I finally moved all the dirt, and I've got all the outline done for it. I should do a Twitch thing. Is that what that's called? Is Twitch is the streamer that you do for the video gaming? Minecraft is literally the most purchased game of all time. That's not surprising at all. Yeah, not having to pay for it and just having fun with friends. Born in Germany. Hikari was born in Germany. German Minecraft projects. Hunger Games style fights, yeah. Yeah, that's what's so cool about it, is like you kind of have all these different deals that you can do. It's kind of like, and you see other people trying to take advantage of that deal to different levels of effect. Like Roblox was that's a pretty neat one for kids. My littler kids still play the heck out of that. My older child, he's like, he plays Elden Ring and stuff like that. And what's the other one he loves? Terraria. They play the heck out of that Terraria game. He's been playing that game forever. And every now and again, him and his buddies will get on a tear and get back on it and like go crazy. played a little Terraria yourself there, McBeardsley. Nice, nice. I don't know, my son really, that is his jam. That and what's the other one he likes to play? Subnautica. He loves Subnautica. And then we beta tested. God, I can't remember what that one was called. There's a game he likes to play that's we were beta testers for that came out, and he really likes it still. It's like an astronaut game or something like that. Okay. Now we're going to go to the next level of light. Even wider. Yeah, German words are crazy. I understand more German when I'm listening to it than I can speak. And I can barely read it. Sometimes I'll recognize some words, but it's a very interesting language. But I took German for like 2 years when I was in high school. I haven't used it in so long that I had to it's hard for me to speak it. It's hard to describe that, but learning languages isn't definitely not like riding bicycles. You ride a bike and you can pretty much jump on one, and a couple little mistakes later, you're back to riding a bicycle. But man, speaking a language isn't like that. If you haven't spoken that language in a long time, you definitely lose it. You're like, oh shoot. Error out. There we go. So we're coming in with a layer, so we want to get it to the edge of where on some of this. We're not trying to cover up every single bit of what we just painted. Although sometimes it feels like that. Yeah, now with school coming back, we're going to be starting to play D&D again pretty soon. Now we mentioned it, now that we're talking about that. I'm excited for that. We'll have to work it in somewhere with all this soccer. Good Lord. I had another practice yesterday. I'm exhausted. It's amazing. I love that silly game. I've got well over 1,000 hours playing soccer. I know that. Live and in person. Let's see. Red flesh. Rind fleshtic. Oh man, yeah, that one's too hard for me to say. That's when it starts to get to where you've got to be able to roll those hard parts to the word. I can't say that word. Is the best word ever. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I don't remember what that one means. If I heard it, I'd probably know it, but since I can't actually pronounce it in my brain. It's hard. I don't know. Let's see. Beardsley took a couple years of Spanish. Yeah. We around here you definitely would use Spanish a lot. We have a lot of Hispanic-speaking individuals that live in Oklahoma, especially if when you were working in kitchens and stuff. Make it super easy. Restaurants. There's a lot of those guys working in those kitchens. Salt of the earth too, man. Those guys are fun. They're a blast. Just don't take anything they say seriously. Cannot take Hispanic kitchen workers seriously. They are 100% probably messing with you. Yeah, I have a little bit of Spanish just from my old kitchen days, still rattling around in my head. I don't use it quite like I used to, but and I speak mostly kitchen Spanish, which is almost like a completely other form of Spanish in general. It's not really the same thing. Make it go a little bit of that darker blue again right here. There we go. Means beef regularly. I thought it said something about beef. Yeah, okay. It means beef labeling regulation and deregulation of supervision law, and it is one whole word in German. One whole word, just. That's good times. The Germans are amazing. Germans, and then like French language is crazy because like. Man, the French the language in French, it's like they look at all the laws for vowels and they're like, in consonants, and they're like, I release you of all of your burdens. Do whatever you want. You're like, it looks at X and like, I wanted to see more of that in writing. I do. I want to see more X's because we don't see enough of that. And that's French. It's crazy. Yeah, McBeardsley, they're trolls. Yeah, Hispanic kitchen workers, they like to have a good time, man. They are definitely trolls. A little of a strong word, but it's not not too far off of where that reality of all that is, because they can be little buttheads. I constantly having to tell my staff, be nice to the new guy. I need him to keep working here, okay? We don't want to go through trying to hire another knucklehead. Teach this knucklehead how to not be a knucklehead. And the funny thing is, like, it doesn't matter. Like, you think people get a complex and like, oh, they're picking on me because I can't speak Spanish. Like, no, they're picking on everybody. They're picking on the people that speak Spanish more than they're picking on you. You just don't hear it because you don't understand it because you don't speak Spanish. No one is safe. No one. When I was young, I thought it was like, why are they messing with me? Why are they always calling me names? And then I started learning enough Spanish to realize that they were just calling everyone names, and like there's no there it just they just don't have any respect for anybody that doesn't enjoy that. Like it's like you just got to get in on it, and you know it's and like the nicknames we think it's bad, to them it's just funny. It usually says it's crazy. Every kitchen you work in, you have to have that conversation. Be nice to the new guy, please. Give him like 2 weeks. Yeah. It's because kitchens are just you're thrown to the wolves almost immediately. Because the rush is coming. Like you can't run, you can't hide. It's coming. Whee! Try to be super mindful of your light and where that's going to be hitting when we get to these levels. Trying to blow out that little hole there. Yeah, kitchen. Some kitchen people are, yeah, people are mean. That is true. Yeah, it's pretty hardcore, fast paced. That is absolutely right. If you want to be a chef, it's it doesn't. The rush doesn't stop until the customers are done. So, like you're locked in, and you gotta be ready because it's coming, and it's not gonna quit till it's done, and that's how it is. But it will be done. Eventually, the last ticket comes in, and it's all over, and it's time to clean up and go home. And sometimes it's just a beautiful thing. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you're at the end of that night and you're like, I'm gonna kill Eduardo. I'm gonna actually go kill this man. What do you think about Discord? The messaging service, or the game? I think there's a game called Discord, isn't there? I might be tripping. I think I have a piece. I think I set up a Pieces of Pat Paint's Discord. Just haven't used it for anything yet. Yeah, I use it. My games. That's where I communicate with my game store guys and a couple other things. A couple other things I'm on there. When I was I used to have a Star Wars Hero of the Galaxy guild. We were on there. Miss the closing shift sometimes. Wow, opening. I always prefer to open. You like doing the cleaning? Yeah, I always rather open, man. Every time. I'll take that opening shift every time. Alright, that should be dried up enough now. There we go. Have you heard about the YouTube channel How to Basic? They make great cooking content. No, I've never watched them. I taught culinary school for, God, what was it? Almost 12 years. And I was a chef for, well, my father was a chef, so I guess I started working around in the kitchens when I was like a little kid, just doing weird fun stuff. And then by the time I was like 12 or so, I was cooking. And I love my mother, but she made some really awful food sometimes that she liked, the cabbage soup and stuff like that. And like, I am not about cabbage soup. And so I kind of taught myself how to cook other stuff, because she was like, well, if you're not going to eat what I'm going to make, then you'll have to make your own. And I'm like, okay, fine. And I'd make my own food. Yeah, I like good cooking shows. They can be a whole lot of fun. I love watching people like Chef Ramsay do cooking shows where they're trying to like actually teach you how to cook, so you can see what they're like when they're not, you know, doing their little spot on TV or whatever. When Chef Ramsay isn't trying to act like Chef Ramsay. He's just trying to be Gordon. and start with some of this pure white. Mm-hmm. Big, deep breaths. Bold, brave strokes. Having the cloak is kind of nice too, because you can use it to be the shadow. When I set it like that in the light, you can see where the shadow of the cloak is actually going to sit. So like you can kind of help you map out where you need to be painting the lightest colors, at least when it's in that area. And always remember, your white will fade. Some of the intensity of the color is going to come down as it dries. So something that might look too white early on, in like 20 minutes, when it's completely dried and set, it's going to look a little different. And you kind of have to, there's a practice part to this, you know, where the more you kind of work on this, the better you're able to make that call. Be like, okay, that's going to be white enough, or I need to chill out and wait and look and see what it's going to do. You know, there's a lot of different ways and things you can do to make it work the way you need it to work for you. McBeardsley says he had the same experience, kind of picky in his adult years. I completely open to trying everything when I went to culinary school and was taught by Pat here. Now I'm a snob. Hey man, listen. Are you a snob or are you just selective? Like, a snob is like, oh, I won't eat a hot dog. But, like, selective is like, oh, I like hot dogs, but, like, I'm kind of particular about which kind of hot dogs. Like, I don't want to eat a bunch of Sam's Club, cheapo hot dogs. I'd rather have like a Nathan's or something like that. And then being snobby would be like, well, I only like locally made, handcrafted hot dog frankfurters that come from this one specific little place. And yeah. Now that's where you're like the snobby. And there's a big level in there, Oh man, we're already over an hour. I'm not done. I'm gonna keep rolling. I have standards, but my girlfriend says I'm food snobby. I just like things that are of good quality. Yeah, especially if I'm going to go out and get it. Like if I'm going out to a restaurant, I want to make sure I'm getting a good value for what I'm paying in, because I know how restaurants work. So it is what it is. Speaking of that, I went to a place. We went to, where did we go yesterday? Oso, in the Paseo, in the Paseo. Tacos and stuff. Really schwanky joint. Good food. Great server. His name was Blake. Really good guy. Did a great job. So yeah, if you're ever in the Arts District and you want to go have a really nice quick bite to eat, they're pretty freaking tasty. And like honestly, like we paid less tip. If we hadn't tipped, we would have been exactly at it. But the tip put us over what it would have cost for the two of us to eat in like at a fast food joint, and we got beer. You know what I mean? It was like, holy crap, this is ridiculous. It was good. We were in there at happy hour. It was pretty righteous. Looking really nice. do a little bit more fade work. I'm gonna let this set up actually, and we're gonna mess with it. Probably tomorrow. I'm gonna do one little thing. Tone that down just a little bit. I'm gonna let that dry up. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna let that set, and then we're gonna come back tomorrow, and we're gonna see what we're looking at. We gotta do the sash, and then we should be able to move on to this part tomorrow. So, look at proportionality. You can kind of see that difference between the hand brush strokes and the dry brush. And again, we can definitely come back. We might even come back tomorrow with the dry brush on the top, just to make it have the same brushy looking texture. And we don't really know exactly where we're at as far as this. It might need another round of the white when it finishes drying. So, look at all that going for us. Yeah, Paseo's awesome. I got some good food down there. Awesome. Well, it was great to see everybody. Thanks for stopping by. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm doing pretty good this week. Got to get even with getting around, getting this car done and stuff. We're getting in here and getting it done. New paint's awesome. Got new titanium white, golden acrylics. Good company. I love their stuff. Good stuff. We're still at 237 subscribers. So if you're watching for the first time and you liked what you saw, give us a little thumbs up. Give us some subscribes. That's very helpful. That's pretty much it for today. Let's see. I guess I can pull myself back. Not that big. So anyway, so that's us for today. We'll come back tomorrow and get back to work on it. Looking really, really good. Really excited. Hopefully gonna have this gal wrapped up here in about a week or so. That'd be cool. Might take a little longer. You never know. That is a crazy big cloak and there's a lot of stuff on it. So we'll find out. Anyway, it was so great to see everybody. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you have a great day, and we're gonna talk to you later. Bye.